Greetings. As you can see here, I am in a very interesting costume. So, can somebody please tell me what this costume actually means? Your joy. Joy from inside out. It's joy. It's joy. Joy, you say. That answer is 100% absolutely wrong. This costume symbolizes a decision. Today, I decided to wear a blue wig, and I also decided to wear it with a yellow dress. The hardest decision on earth, however, is the decision of becoming happy. Welcome to Happiness is a Decision. Despite the fact that we will face death and many obstacles along the way, many of us can still choose to be happy, to like our favorite colors and to enjoy our favorite bands. But where does happiness come from anyway? Maybe it's when I will graduate high school, or when I finally get into my dream university, or maybe when I get married, or when I finally die peacefully away in my sleep. Ladies and gents, I want you to look at me, okay? This is me, and these are the great achievements I've had throughout my life to the point of my death. And look at all these empty spaces. There's nothing. Life is more than just all these big moments that's so much bigger than yourself. For me, life is when I held my baby sister's hand for the first time. It's also when I laughed with my friends to the point that our stomachs hurt. But life is also when I had my first heartbreak. And also when I found out that my friend had died in a car crash. Life's great when I hear my favorite music on the radio or in a store. It's also my favorite when my dad makes my favorite breakfast, a grilled cheese tuna sandwich. As you can see, there are some moments in my life that I choose to not enjoy. There are some decisions in life that don't have to always end up being happy. Sometimes you just have to wing it. The truth is, if I got to try caviar on toast along with some expensive cheese from Paris, of course, my dad's sandwich would not be able to compare. If I'm born into a richer family, perhaps if I got to eat caviar every day for breakfast, maybe I would be happier. But today, I decided that I am happy with my dad's sandwich. It's just happiness, and it's small, but these little moments are what make up a fuller life. IPSOS possess 64% of adults globally enjoy their life. 64% of these adults made the right decision. However, today we are going to be talking about the 36% of people who made the wrong decision. And are you one of them? Okay. There's many people on earth who are stressed out and don't have enough money to pay for life expenses. These people are obviously stressed out people who don't have enough money and don't have enough time to become happy. Poor people. Am I saying that they made the wrong decision being poor and unhappy? No, arrest me. I'm not saying that. There's a lot of things in people's life they're not in control of. Nobody would choose the life of becoming poor. There are certain things you cannot control, like your financial status that you are born with, your gender, sexuality, your skin color, or even the death of loved ones. So here comes the decision part. Yes, I will work hard, become positive, and become happy. Or no, I will show people how far I can sink. And trust me, if a person wants something, humans can do absolutely anything they want if they really, really want something. But because people don't value happiness as much as a safe and stable life, people don't see why they have to work so hard to become happy, just for the sake of surviving, you know? If I say there's a person who is addicted to drugs, disabled, in debt, has to raise 5 kids, still complaining about how hard his life and unhappy his life is, but does nothing to change his life, then that person does not want to become happy. If you keep carrying old bricks, then you cannot hope to make a new house. Say that again. If you keep carrying old bricks, then you cannot hope to make a new house. You can still choose to be happy despite having a hard life. That's just the way it is. Happiness is small, but that is still happiness. It's not easy. It's not that easy. Then sink. There's nothing for me to say. There are roughly 28,000 days in a human lifespan. I, for one, have already spent 6,000. So you can sit there and complain and think and wonder about the philosophy of life. For me, I'm gonna smile, and that's all it takes. The interesting thing is that neither of the choices are wrong. Both choices, complaining about life is also life, and also working hard to become successful, failing along the ways and trying to become happy is also life. But people, now I'm not just saying that to throw you off, or I'm not just saying that just for the sake of it. People don't even realize the pure weight of doing whatever the fuck you want, because at the end of the day, it's just you and how you treat your soul. It is how you have cheat days when you're on a diet, or when I buy another lipstick because, well, oh, it's so pretty, and what's the point of not buying something because I will be sad? Life is way too short to become unhappy. Eventually, these decisions make up days, and days makes up weeks, weeks makes up months, years, and eventually your whole damn life. Then what's the point? Becoming happy it is. Of course, life isn't that easy. Realistically, there has to be obstacles. Okay? For me, I want to become a comic artist. My family wants me to become a lawyer. Now, they don't force me or anything like that, and I'm not exactly opposed to the idea, and that's what makes a decision so hard. Well, maybe becoming a lawyer will also give me happiness, and becoming, well, a comic artist is way too unstable. And so the answer suddenly becomes clear. But I am still hesitant. I don't know what is the correct answer. Sometimes you just have to wing it, because that's the only way you learn. And frankly, the hardest part of a decision isn't when you make the decision, but when you have to deal with its consequences. That's why people don't really like the idea of doing it. The decision you make may vary from big to small, like choosing a career, or vanilla or chocolate. But know that each decision matters in life, and it will bring you somewhere. Whether it be 10 steps forward or 1 step back, just know that you are moving, and you will go somewhere. Now, be warned though, sometimes the right decisions, the decisions that make you happy can sometimes make other people not happy. And that's why you have to get through it. For example, lying, stealing, not helping your friends do group work, murder. Now, if you find those things enjoyable, then that's good for you. But for me, I don't support murder. And so, if you find joy in those things, if you find joy in killing people, then that's your responsibility, not the rest of us. So just know that there's going to be someone out there whose happiness comes from insulting you to the day that you die. And then you can decide how you can be affected by that. Now, being happy can drive us to do something. It drives us to continue on living. The illusion of chasing something. Some people say it's the purpose of human life. Interesting. But some people say that it's a very bad thing. It's greed. It's that because we will never feel enough. We will never be good enough. Never be fully satisfied. And people say it's a bad thing. And that's true. Because happiness is a dirty and a selfish thing. That's why every decision you make about happiness is so hard. Happiness is a decision to look at death straight in the eyes and laugh back and say, not yet. Because happiness comes from a decision, and that's all it takes. And that's the end of my TED Talk, and thank you!